first question, see the following figures and identify the type of simple tissue indicated by A, B, C and D. So a part A is parenchyma. So this diagrammatic representation of A, this specifies parenchymatic cells. So parenchyma form the major component within organs. The cell of the parenchyma are generally isodiametric. They are spherical, oval, round, polygonal or elongated in shape. Their walls are thin and made up of cellulose. They may either be closely packed or have small intercellular spaces. The parenchyma perform various functions like photosynthesis, storage, and secretions. So, A parenchyma we have in option B and option D. Okay. Now, the next, this structure B is collenchyma. Okay, so the collenchyma occurs in layers below the epidermis in most of the dicotyledonous plant. It is found either as a homogeneous layer or in patches. It consists of cells which are much thickened at the corners due to a deposition of cellulose, hemicellulose, and pectin. Collenchymatous cells may be oval, spherical, or polygonal and often contain chloroplast. These cells assimilate food when they contain chloroplast. Intercellular spaces are absent. They provide mechanical support to the growing plants of the plant, growing parts of the plant such as young stem and petiole of a leaf. Then the C is sclerenchyma. So B collenchyma is there in both option B and C. Now the C is a sclerenchyma. Okay, so sclerenchyma consists of long, narrow cells with thick and lignified cell walls. And if you look at D, this is also a sclerenchyma, but this is C's fiber and D is sclerite. Okay, so they are usually dead and without protoplast on the basis of the variations in form, structure, origin and development. Sclerenchyma may be either fibers or sclerates. The fibers are thick-walled, elongated, and pointed cells, generally occurring in groups. In various parts of the narrow cavities, in various parts of the plant, the sclerates are spherical, oval, or cylindrical, highly thickened during cells with very narrow cavities like lumen. They are commonly found in fruit walls of nuts, pulp of fruits like guava, pear, and sapota, seed coats of legumes, and leaves of teas. Sclerenchyma provides mechanical support to organs. So, first of all, the C is fiber, and D sclerate is there only in option D. So, the correct answer for this question is option D. Moving towards the next question. Water stomata are found in. So, hydatodes are a type of secretory tissues in leaves, angiosperms, that secretes water through pores in the epidermis or margin of leaves. They are modified stomata and involved in guttation. Hydatodes are connected to the plant vascular system by vascular bundle. They are generally found in aquatic plants, and thus the correct answer for this question is option A, that plants inhabiting in humid region. So, moving towards the next question. Match the following and choose the correct option from below. So, meristem, it includes group or cluster of cells which remains in a continuous state of division or retain their power of division. So, it's third, that is actively dividing cells. Then B, parenchyma. It performs a function of storage of reserve food materials, storage of water and succulents, buoyancy, and gaseous exchange in water plant. So it's there for photosynthesis and storage. Then C, collenchyma. It is a chief supporting tissue in young dicotyledonous stem. The tissue has the capacity to expand and give tensile strength to the body. So collenchyma is there for the mechanical support, that is 2. Then sclerenchyma. It consists of the thick-walled dead cells. It is of two main types, fibers and sclerites. Sclerites are short and possess extremely thick lamellated lignified walls with long tubular simple pits. So D it is 5, that is sclerites. Okay. Then E, that is epidermal tissue. The tissue originated from the outermost layer of the apical meristem. It has epidermis, cuticle and wax, stomata, trichomes. Singular of stomata is stoma. A typical stoma is microscopic and usually consists of two kidney-shaped guard cells surrounding a pore. So the correct answer is A3. Okay, for this it is fourth. So correct answer is which should consist A3. It's there only in option B, A3, B1, C2, D5 and E4. So correct answer is option B. Looking towards the next question, the following diagram shows the TS of a monocot leaf. Certain parts have been indicated by alphabets. Select the options in which A, B, C, D, E, F and G have been correctly matched with the parts which they indicate. So here in this diagram, A is abdaxial epidermis. So it's there in option A, B, C and as well as in D. Then B over here in this diagram is xylem. So it's there in option B, option A, then not in B, so B option is discarded. Then also C have xylem and D is also having xylem. Then C is mesophyll over here in this diagram. So option A does not have C as mesophyll, so option A is discarded. Then C and D both have mesophyll as an option. Now we know that D is a substomatal cavity, so it's there for option C and D both. E is having adaxial epidermis. It's also there in option C as well as in D. Then F is phloem is there in option D and G is stoma. So the correct answer for this question is option D. Looking towards the last question, pericycle in root is responsible for. So in dicotyledonous root, a well-developed pericycle lies below endodermis, which gives rise to lateral roots, part of vascular cambium and whole core cambium. Pericycle function as the site of lateral root initiation. So pericycle root is responsible for the formation of lateral roots. So correct answer for this question is option A.